Alright guys, so let's get straight into it. Something that is like extremely important to me that I feel like needs to just be discussed openly amongst women is friendships. We can get on Instagram, on everything, and just continuously talk about men and these niggas and how they ain't shit. But let's talk about our woman to woman contact, how we deal with one another. I've always and I've just always felt like I've always been a girl's girl. Like I've always needed a friend, a companionship in a woman, other than a man. You know what I'm saying? If I have a best friend or my best friend, then I'm good. I don't need anything else on the side, you know? So I just felt like I talk a lot and more recently with a specific friend. We talk about friendships and friendships that we've had in the past, and it's like, it's so easy. We're going on 30 years old. It's so easy to just call someone your best friend. And some people think that it's based off of how long you've known a person, but that time has nothing to do with it. There are literally people that I have known since elementary school that I am not close with, that I will never be close with. We have history together, but you are by no means my closest friend or best friend or somebody that I can depend on. So growing up, I've had numerous best friends, but people change, people grow out of each other, and that's just what happens. Sometimes you fall out with people for different reasons. As I've gotten older, I've learned to pray for discernment. I don't always I have the best judgment when it comes to friends, and I think that just about every woman can agree with that. I don't take myself as somebody that's hard to get along with, and just because you get along with everyone does not mean that these people are still in your circle. There's a time where you need to understand, oh, this is my friend that I go out with. This is my club friend. This is my friend that I can confide in. This is my friend that's going to be here when I need them. I feel like a best friend is someone that has all of those characteristics. But let's just put the best friend thing to the side. Let's just talk about people that are in your circle. I have had the same group of girls for the most part in my circle for the past 5 or 6 years. These are more so, I don't say, oh, these are my best friends. These are like family members at this point. These are my sisters. My family knows who they are. But you cannot keep these kind of friendships for that period of time if it's not a healthy communication. I've had people in my life where they would do things that would offend me. I would do things that would offend them. And instead of us communicating properly about the issues, we would be passive aggressive and things would build up, and then we'd have a big blowout and we just don't talk anymore. I feel like with these group of girls that I have, we always discuss what's our issue. Girl, like, it's like sisters, like you would with your siblings, and you know that you're going to get right back. I think that's so important in this day and age to have a support system in that way. Some people that are going to support you, that are going to be there to encourage you, that are moving forward. You don't want to be with a group of people that are stagnant, that are not doing anything with their life, because those things, you are the company that you keep. I have had to learn that the hard way over and over again, whether you're doing the things that the person you're hanging out with is doing or not. It's always going to appear like you're doing that as well. And I'm not saying, oh, judge your friends and do this and do that, but there's certain things, like, you should want your friends to be better, as well as yourself. And so it's all about, like, selflessness in everything. So when hanging out with someone and you're trying to decide if they are going to be your friend or not, I think it's very important to discuss your likes, your dislikes, and really your morals when it comes down to everything. I can typically gauge on how somebody's going to be within 2 to 3 weeks of us hanging out. And not that I'm going through auditions for people to be my friend, but it's really just categories. Are you somebody that I can just hang out with, or are you somebody that I can trust? I feel like trust is like the biggest, biggest thing when it comes to me. I've had people that I no longer talk to, but their secrets are safe with me. I'm never going to tell anything of their business, and I will hope that they do the same. Trust is just something that's so important, because if you cannot trust the person that calls themselves your friend, or you call them your friend, then what are they really? It's not okay for your friend to make you look bad in front of other people, or to talk about you behind your back. It's not okay for your friend to flirt with your boyfriend. It's not okay for your friend to try to embarrass you. These are not things that friends do. This is something that a leech does. A leech is a person that comes in and they act like they want to be your friend, but they really just want to be in your life. They just want the clout. Okay, the clout, as they say. They just want to be around you. And I don't think that these people come into your life like, yeah, I just want to be around that bitch, I'm about to be her friend. No, it's something in their subconscious. It's the enemy in their subconscious that's using them. The enemy uses people all the time, and they don't know they're being used. And if you find yourself in situations like this, you need to step back and say, is the enemy using me to tear down this person? Let me back up away from the situation. I don't think that people come in your life just like, I'm going to destroy her, but the enemy definitely does use them in that way. So you definitely need to be precautious. If I have learned the hard way, when things come up, you better address it right then and there. Don't sweep things under the rug, or else they're going to continue to do it. That's like somebody coming over and pushing you, and you're not doing shit about it. They think they can continue to push you. That shit's not cool. So I've always been very timid, I guess you can say, when it comes to my friends, because I don't really like confrontation. So things become very passive aggressive, or I just don't really want to have the conversation, so I kind of brush it under the rug, which is the complete opposite when it comes to a stranger or a bitch I don't care about. It's complete opposite. So I'm just working on that, on vocally speaking when I feel like somebody is doing something crazy that's not okay. It's something that I would never do to them. So like I said, just like trust and understand that there's going to be people that leech onto you just to steal your joy, or just to be in your presence. Some people are so hurt and you want to help them, but sometimes all you can do is just step back and pray for these people. And there's nothing wrong with taking a step back and praying for people and continuing to support them from a distance. There's nothing wrong with that. My group of friends, we are able to pray for one another. We are able to loan each other money. We are able to do everything, because like I said, these are my sisters. And if there's ever a time where you feel like you're alone and you don't have anybody to talk to about a situation, of course, always go to God first. But it's not wrong to pray a prayer for friendship. God wants you to have friendships. He wants you to have someone other than him that you can talk to. I have people in my life that I know that God is using them to speak to me. We will be on the same page, but they're like speaking the words that I would love to hear from God himself, that sometimes I'm so distracted by that I can't hear. He comes and brings a vessel to speak to me. And those are the kind of friends that I love to have in my life, that we can lift each other up and give each other advice. It's just so important. And I just never want, I remember experiencing the feeling of not having a friend to talk to. You have people who are your best friends and things like that, but they're not somebody, if you can't confide in them about everything, then that's not really your friend. And so I just remember being so alone. And that is I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, because being alone, being lonely, I guess you could say, and not having somebody to talk through your issues is how people end up depressed, suicidal, things like that. And so don't ever feel like you don't have anybody to talk to. Always try to reach out to somebody if you are ever feeling like that, because I don't even want to cry, guys, but it is a feeling that like I can't even describe. And if you're watching this video and you've always just had a really solid group of friends, then you are blessed. But I remember a time in my life where I had lost all my friends, and people were showing their true colors, and people were sleeping with my boyfriends, and people were doing shit, and you are alone. I have my sister and my brothers for life, my siblings, my real siblings, and my mom and my dad, but sometimes you need a different kind of friendship. And I remember that feeling, guys. Like, I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and this was a long time ago, but I just remember not having anybody. I felt too embarrassed to talk to anybody about certain situations, and that's when I had to pray the prayer, God, please just give me somebody in my life. I just want a friend, somebody that's gonna have my back no matter what. And people came in my life to help me along the way, but it took years from that first time praying until I finally had people in my life that are solid, that are not going anywhere. And I still have people that come in my life that come and they go, and thank God that they go. Thank God that He shows me who people are, no matter how long it takes. No matter how long it takes for me to open my mouth and speak up for myself, thank God that He gives me the voice to finally do it. So just back to the point, guys, like, just be aware of who you have in your circle. And if there's ever a moment that you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, you can literally message me on Instagram. My phone number's on there, my email, and I will definitely talk to you, because I don't want anybody to feel like they're alone in this world for nothing, okay? Because if you don't got nothing else, you got God, and you need to find a friend in Him as well. So that's the end of my video. I was gonna have some of my friends FaceTime me in, but I'm sure they're asleep still, because I'm like an early bird. So guys, hope you guys like this type of video. Thumbs up if you do like chit chat videos, and if you want me to do some more advice or just talking one-on-one without doing the makeup, without me touching my hair. I know y'all tired of me touching my hair. My dad said I touch my hair so much, that's why I put it in a ponytail. And if you want to see more, like, subscribe, share. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me through everything I say this in every video, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.